Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be. This is House of Cards, World of Darkness Hong Kong. And today we have Byron Morningstar working in his garage. Motorcycles all over the place and various bits of disrepair. And certain pukas have, been talking about, you know, where you can go to find red caps if you need them, where you can go if you need a motorcycle fixed. So it's here that we're going to begin the scene with him just working on things to do.
Who do you want to set up in posting order?
Let's go from left to right. So Brett, then Kim, then Sora, Tiger.
Right, so is the door locked or is there a way, or does it ring as people walk in?
Just rings as people walks in.
Okay. So the bell will ring as a bald man dressed in the robes of a Shambhala monk walk through, carrying a rather ceremonial-looking staff in his hands. He just basically starts walking around and looking around.
Can I help you with anything, sir?
Oh, it's you. How's your brain doing?
Oh, much better.
Good.
Without the cathedral flesh inside, much better.
Yeah, I hear those things are nasty. Don't ever go into one.
Not planning on it.
So, you do all this work yourself?
I hire other red caps that need money so that they, can eat and whatnot.
Red cap, right? That's what your type of person is called.
Yes.
I don't know if I introduced myself, you were a little freaked out. Zhuge Ling Po of the House of Swords.
Oh, interesting. I'm Sergeant Alfred Starr, known to the House of Cups as Byron Morningstar.
That's right. You people have secondary names too. I'm known amongst the swords as Mox the Red Star, because it's a son of a bitch, and I know you're up there watching. You actually look up and point up.
Well, you're welcome to come in. If you need something to eat, I always got stuff in the fridge.
Oh no, I had my morning allotment already and stopped at KFC on the way here.
Okay.
Oh, by the way, if you ever meet something called a Korax, don't take a bag of KFC and shake it in front of them, or they'll hit you a lot.
Are they like chicken people or something?
No, they're were-ravens, but it still is considered an insult.
I'll remember that if the time comes and I need to insult one.
Mox is just going to look around at all the motorcycles.
There's some that have been completely wrecked, and yet looks like he's managing to piece them back together. Some that just look like need to do brake repair, just simple little things.
Cool. All right, next person in.
It'd be Kimberly. Completely.
Oh, me? Okay, my bad. Hold on. Toshi really doesn't know what he's doing here in a motorcycle shop? Just really got no idea. It's not his thing. But he'll walk on in anyway, because he's got this feeling of this great and divine being has prodded him along into this shop so that he can do things with other people. And he will just walk into the room.
And then you see the werewolf.
Have they ever met? I can't remember.
They have actually.
Oh.
It's one of those things where he wasn't being very talkative, but you guys have met before. It's not like a cordial thing.
Okay. So he'll look over to Juge and kind of incline his head slightly in way of greeting.
He'll nod his head, and then he'll look over at Byron and say, "Watch your neck."
Thank you. Good evening. Welcome to my shop. Is there anything that I can help you with?
He'll kind of it's not really a scowl, but it's more like that face of a very sad parent of I thought you really could do better to Mox. And then he'll look back over to Byron and shake his head and say, no thank you. I am not entirely sure what I am doing here, but there is nothing that I could use help with. Thank you, though.
I would offer you something to eat, but I'm off limits, and I'm pretty sure Mox the Red Star is also off limits.
Mox will just bare his teeth.
I'm so glad to hear you two are so, well, mature that you believe that every vampire who walks into the room wishes to take a bite out of you. Frankly, I have standards.
What's over at Mox? I don't know that if we were insulted or what. That was strange to hear.
Mox will just shrug his shoulders and say, "You know what? May consider it an insult, maybe not. Regardless, she doesn't want to. Regardless, blah, he doesn't want to eat us."
I have no intention of eating anyone in this room. In fact, I don't have any intention of eating or killing anyone.
Okay. I think the hangout just blipped for a second. We're still live then.
All right, next person in.
Was it me?
I think
It
so.
was me. Okay.
Jolie.
Jolie walks into that motorcycle repair shop because his demon told him to do it.
You gotta blame the Pope for everything.
Nah, that's my excuse. Because it's like, but I want to take a break. I've been studying for like, what, 3-4 months now? And it's like, Poe's like, hey, 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 yeah, hey, take a break now. Okay. And it's like, here we are. So you see a dude that looks like a Buddhist monk wearing an assortment of, well, black, white, and green robes. Those are, sash is white. One layer of a robe is black, and another is green.
Yeah, and then you see the Shambhala monk whose robes are in the color of the morning, like all yellow and orange and red.
And Jolie is just like, hi.
Good evening. Welcome to my shop. Is there anything that I can help you with, sir?
Not really. No. I was getting bored, so I'm just visiting everything. I've been stuck in one place for way too long, and I'm like visiting. Yes, that's a good word. Visiting.
Well, you're more than welcome to visit. He just looks over at the other two, and then looks back at him. Is he?
Mox will nod his head, and he'll walk over to Jolie, and will politely bow as they are brothers of the same faith. Not the same path, but the same faith. Jolie?
Similar, close enough. And he bows back. Zigilling Poe.
And they'll turn to the other two and say, for those of you who don't know, Jolie is the world on the Tarot Council, which means he is responsible for maintaining all sides of reality, as well as investigating things of that nature and making sure people can be guided through them.
Yes. I fall in and out of reality a lot. And then get lost and found a lot.
That sounds like being stuck, going in and out of the dreaming to me.
Yes. But I've been studying for a few months now. And it's kind of weird being stuck while I'm used to going in and out of places.
That sounds like it wouldn't be very fun at all.
Well, there are some places you don't want to get stuck either.
Also,
Can I offer you anything to eat? Or drink, perhaps?
anything you wish to offer me is fine.
Alright, well, he goes back into the back and comes back with like a full rack of ribs and some sweet tea. There you go.
Mox is going to look at the sweet tea like somebody knows how to make sweet tea.
Yeah. If you'd like some, you may have some as well.
I haven't had sweet tea since I left North Carolina, please.
Brings out a couple of pitchers and pours basically just hands you one.
All right. Mox will politely pour himself some sweet tea. And now we can have Tiger and Kim Won come in.
Ling is going to walk in, dressed pretty casually as he usually is. But not really sure why he's there. He's like, oh, cool, motorcycles, I guess.
Good afternoon, Lane. Is there anything I can help you with this evening?
I'm just kind of looking, might be in the market for new vehicles or something. Something a little smaller than what I drive in.
The voice in your head is saying, I want that one. He points to a pink Harley Davidson. I'm guessing you're not responding.
Oh, I'm just gonna kind of, let's say, maybe we'll get one eventually. His head. So the voice.
If we get that one, I can give it to Erica when she wakes up.
Who is that? What are you talking about?
Nothing. Don't mind me. I'm insane. And now you've got like just this guy. You got this voice off keying music in your head.
I mean, all right. I'm just gonna continue looking around the motorcycle shop. So eventually just gravitates to the rest of the supernatural people.
Well, if you want something fixed up or souped up, just let me know, Lane.
Okay, thank you very much.
Hold on, my brain's not working on something. I'm gonna mangle my house in 1 second. There. Um, for those of you who don't know, I am with House Doreen, and as such, while you are under this roof, you are under what protection I can give you. I only you reciprocate to keep order amongst yourself.
Mox knows. No, don't worry. I'm not going to teach any lessons in somebody else's house.
Kim won now, I believe.
Yeah.
Kim's busy doing the whole thing.
Oh, okay.
So did something happen? Something always happens.
If you mean Meatbag being a bad person, then yes.
Who's Meatbag?
I believe you referred to him as Gravedigger. He is known amongst Redcaps as Meatbag.
Ah. What's a red cap? Oh wait. Huh. He thinks about it for a few minutes, and it's like, oh yeah, House of Cups, right?
Yes.
Okay.
He's not as stuck up as other Cups member.
I didn't know that they were stuck up. Nathan was pretty okay.
Nathan's not a chump.
Okay. Mm. Now I'm hungry again. Do you have anything more?
Yeah, I got more. Brings out another record you listed out. There's one thing that I can say. If you come here, like, I will always have food in this house. So if you are hungry, I will feed you.
Nice. I like this guy. He's interesting. Mm. So,
Yeah, he doesn't like Gravedigger because Gravedigger messed with his head.
I was just going to ask that. Do you need it
I know that.
put back the way it was? Or
No way, another kind gentleman made me jerky and fixed that. And certain
Sounds like
things
the,
swore a oath of eternal enmity.
Well, the guy who feeds you jerky sounds like that, what's his name? The person with the things and the stuff.
there are a few of those. Let's go through the list. Is it Arthur?
No, I don't think it's Arthur. I don't think Arthur can fix brains, just, bodies.
If the person had jerky, I would offer up Saul as the one who possibly did it. I know the occasional times that I go to speak with him in his shop, he has offered me jerky.
That's the name. The Saul. I couldn't remember his first name or if that was his last name, but yes, he's the one that helped fix me.
Okay. That makes sense. Legit.
If you all haven't been by the museum yet, the House of Cups is currently not helping him or his cabal in any form.
He doesn't seem to know when to stop.
I'm sorry.
Like, he doesn't know when to stop doing things. He's just like, hey, envelope, push, 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 push.
He's like a child with a new toy.
Isn't there a way to check that little thing out before pushing? Like, no. Things.
I don't know.
Usually there's a way to check things out. Pushing.
All this is happening, Lane's just kind of staring like very deeply at a motorcycle, looking like he's in very heavy thought.
Okay.
Satoshi will look over to him, just kind of shake his head. It's very slightly, though. Darn lunatics, back at it again on my lawn.
If you only knew.
I don't wanna.
Okay. Good. Julie is like, so, besides Gravedigger being Gravedigger again, did something happen?
Well, working on a plan to get out from under the stone, but we can't really do too much. Well, at least I understand that we can't do much to help at this point. The House of Cups, that is. I'm new here, so I can't speak for them, but it's really not our forte to deal with the technocracy.
Okay.
I'm more than willing to go to war or do whatever needs to be done, but I don't know what I can do to help you or the group houses in general.
Ooh. Well. I don't know either. I have been awoken in a strange mode. Oh yeah. Forgot. And I'm gonna have to do that role that I haven't done in so long. If you want to give me a premonition, Brett.
Let's see.
Let's see
Do you
how you can interpret it.
did you roll it, or I'm trying to remember how your
I
premonition.
did. It's wow.
2 tens,
Successes.
3 successes. Okay. Trying to think. Okay. There's something ancient standing a few feet away from you.
Ooh.
So how about all this crazy voting business, guys? Lane just kind of says, randomly popping up and looking at everybody.
Good now, what?
The voting business, you know, for the positions and the council and everything.
Oh yeah. I'm kind of surprised I have competition for the Fool.
You do?
Some
What is it?
puka thingy, I hear it's called, named Fluffy. I hope it's not the Fluffy that's in the sewers with the ugly people.
Oh. Isn't that
Well,
big and ugly?
From what I understand, it's a 30-foot long alligator. So yeah, kind of.
I mean, I wouldn't say no if that thing said, "Hey, I want to be the Fool."
I mean, it could be an interesting fool, but at the same time, I'm a bit correct word in English. Restrained? Reticent. Reticent. Reticent sounds good. I'm a bit reticent if that's the case.
I went ahead and nominated myself for the chariot, mostly because if you're going to put someone aggressive out there that has a large chance of dying, you don't want to lose your big guns first.
Neat.
Hey, if you become the chariot, then maybe we can have Logan do something else. What about Logan? I think he's banged most of the supernaturals in the city for lovers.
Be a very accurate title for him. Or her.
Not me.
Or them.
It's like I was like twice near Logan, and that didn't happen at all.
To be fair, you are kind of dead.
Debatable. Depends on how I wake up in the evening.
Wait, what? Just thinking between the two of you. How can you wake up one evening and be dead, and the next evening not be dead? That doesn't make any sense.
Being undead is a paradox in and of itself. But you can technically intune yourself into the part of your chi that is more alive, or the part of your chi that is more dead. The one that's more dead that I'm currently in kind of keeps me, well, using less energy to be awake. Like a lot less energy. But then again, if I want to go into the dreaming place with all of the wows and the what's its and the speed and the, I'm not sure if I can think that fast here, but there it's like I pretty sure if even if I was being channeled to my dead self, I would switch immediately to my life self and be like, what?
Well, you can learn something new every day.
That place just gives me energy, like constantly, like all the time. It's not even funny. I can run a marathon there and be okay.
The dreaming is a very nice place to visit.
Oh yeah, totally. But then again, people don't like me when I talk that fast and then move that fast. They were a bit off put from what I've read. It's weird. I don't know. For all of the imagination that the mass unconsciousness offers you, or some reason or another, they still look at you funny when you talk fast.
Mox appears to be savoring the sweet tea, by the way. Nice, Kim. Kim won, I mean.
And, oh. So besides that, did anything interesting happen?
Well, everyone seems to be starting their plans. Nothing too interesting happened except for, what was it? Someone tried to hack the technocracy at some point.
Mox is just actually going to laugh at this. So, wait a minute. The people that invented the internet, somebody tried to hack them.
Yes, small midget person. I can't remember her name.
I think I know who you're talking
Isn't that
about.
like bad? Like you're not supposed to do that bad?
Yeah, you're not.
Apparently she did it in Gravedigger's home.
Was she at least using like a, I don't know, what's the term? Elite level hacking gear or something like that?
I don't know if she had a laptop.
I just kind of makes a face whenever he says elite level hacking. You're like, ugh.
I do not understand those words.
It's something that I picked up from watching anime, but I'm an ascetic, so I don't use that sort of thing.
Why were you watching anime if you're an aesthetic? How were you watching anime if you're an aesthetic?
I wasn't always a monk. Anime's been around for a while. I used to watch it all the time before.
A few dozen.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, a few dozen decades, but continue.
Oh, Mox is going to be like, well, I wasn't always a monk. In fact, I started doing this full time when somebody, he's going to look up to this guy, made me move back to China because they're a fucking asshole, and I had to leave North Carolina behind.
You sound like they have a lot of pent up rage that you need to let off.
The Red Star is just a dick.
Fair enough.
Oh, I don't want to visit that place. That place seems wrong.
I actually have no idea what you're talking about in the Red Star. Like, oh look, there's a star, it's red. Like, okay.
Well, if you go someplace in a clear night and you see something in the sky that looks like a red moon, that's the Red Star.
Oh.
But it's not that far away.
Yeah.
And it's the reason why there's a lot of bad shit happening.
I wouldn't recommend going near it. It's full of nasty, icky things. Pretty sure House of Swords would have a field day just clearing out all of the icky things there.
Sounds like a party. How to get my dancing shoes.
Yeah, but you tend to get overrun real quick. It's not a pretty sight. It's not a good sight at all. It's like trying to fight a tsunami. The effort is valiant, of course, but you still get to die in the end.
We're all gonna die eventually.
Speak for yourself. I'm going to live for freaking ever.
I mean, I died a couple of times.
Satoshi.
Satoshi's just gonna smile at Juge and Lane.
I mean, I died a couple of times and then I got better. I don't know about next time. Next time I might not be lucky.
Hey Tiger, how you liking those messages?
Fucking great.
Mox is gonna be like, well, once I'm accepted into the eternal embrace of the land of Shambhala, I will be forever immortal.
Yeah, but achieving Nirvana is hard.
It is, as long as you enjoy life, live every day to the fullest, and think of good things. It's easier to come across.
I guess. Although that's true for a few paths, not mine. Mine's weird.
Well, you're Buddhist, but it's not your fault. It could be worse. You could be Taoist.
I mean, to a certain degree, Taoists have a few things better than Buddhists. But then again, I'd rather be Buddhist than be Catholic.
Well, you see, I could be Catholic, but I don't feel like screwing young children.
Byron just has an eyebrow and he just raises it ever so slightly.
Lane just suddenly grabs his head and looks like he's in a large amount of pain for a little bit.
You alright there, Lane?
Yeah, just give me a minute.
Mox is gonna pour him a glass of sweet tea and bring it over to him.
That won't help me much. Appreciate the thought.
Do you need any assistance, Mr. Peralt?
I'll be alright. Give me a minute.
Those darn lunatics at it again.
If only you were reading the chat between me and Tiger right now, you would understand.
Oh god.
Yeah. But hey, it's a thing. Still, I really prefer the reincarnation thing than the whole, hey, you get to go to hell thing. I'd rather do the reincarnation. But then again, I went to hell, so there's that.
Which hell did you end up in?
Marching forever.
That's not as bad as upside down in the flaming pile of dung.
Well, compared to the one with the boiling with pots, it's okay. It's just boring. Like you just march on forever.
I suppose that's correct.
No wonder.
I'm really hoping that some people I know end up in the hell of lacerating chains, but
Sounds like a really good show.
I mean, meatbag, rather.
Technically, there are like 10,000 of them, so you know. everyone gets into one, technically. It's annoying, but I'd rather be reincarnated than go to hell. It's not.
I have a question. People threw around the word avatar. What is avatar? Like
It's
when
a-
speaking of pentacles.
It's a pinnacle thing, from what I understand. Lane, do you have any idea?
It's an overhyped James Cameron movie.
I thought of the Avatar like Avatar: The Last Airbender, where you have to master fire, water, air, and earth, and then do some spirit bending, and then get into the more complex cross elements and stuff. But I doubt that it's that, even though it might be cool.
It's a Karen Eater thing. They have something they do with them.
You call them Karen eaters. Like, do they walk up and eat it or something?
No, it's you have a sacred space where you gain energy from.
Yes.
So do we, so do the mages. The mages, however, can suck the energy out of our sacred spaces, and they used to do it regularly until we started killing them.
That sounds like a acceptable thing to do.
Well, apparently I'll be nice and call them mages in this city are better than that. Here's hoping.
I'm not sure that we can say that they're better. They let Meatbag walk around.
They have rules about that sort of thing, from what I understand. You know, free will and all that stuff. How very boring.
Yeah, free will is something that everyone does have. It's just how you use it, you know. That's usually the key. Hey, you know, each path is different from the other, and just because some paths are more filled with dangers and thorns doesn't make them less valid than the ones that are just filled with yellow brick roads, right? Or silver, or copper, or zinc. Hmm. Or iron, or cobalt.
You know, I don't know why you're naming off things off the periodic table of elements, but you started a little high.
I what? Wait. I started high in what way?
High into the periodic table of elements. You're supposed to start with hydrogen, helium, and then go from there.
Yeah, but you can't walk on hydrogen and helium. Or you can if you're from the House of Pentacles, but that's besides the point. Technically. I don't know. Can the House of Cups do that too?
Walk on air? Yes. Some of us can fly.
Well, there you go.
I once saw, what are they? One of the Native American tribes. They could fly like a bird.
Oh yeah.
Didn't even have wings, just like Superman did.
Oh, that's different from the way I thought it. Like, there was this one superhero, like, I think he was Animal Man. didn't change into anything. He just mimicked them, and they had, he had their powers. He just looked silly while doing it.
Is it any
Am I
better?
that?
I actually once asked one of those people if they knew Apache Chief and if he was a member of a tribe or if he was a mage. Then they got ticked off at me when I kept going Inyak Chuck.
Just sounds unnecessarily offensive and rude.
They're unnecessarily offensive and rude to me too.
I have no context of what you just said since I literally don't understand that language.
Oh no, it's from a. You never watched League of Super Friends? Whenever Apache Chief used his powers, he would say Enoch Chuck, and he'd grow like 50 feet high.
Of all the things that I haven't seen, Super Friends. Huh.
It's really campy, but it's really kind of cool.
Neat. I should watch that while I'm working through my cadavers. Yay!
Ooh.
Sorry, some rituals get bloody.
I know, I forgot that your particular branch of Buddhism focuses on the preparation and care of the dead.
And it's even more annoying because I have to keep it in the catacombs. There are a lot of preachy priests of the Catholic faith that are like, keep it in the catacombs, keep it in the catacombs. I'm in the fucking catacombs all the fucking time. Give me a fucking break. Seriously.
Well, I mean, think about it this way: if you were born in India and you did the job you do now, people wouldn't even talk to you on the streets.
Nah, that's fair.
Which is funny because it's such a vital service and prevents things like the plagues from coming back, but yet they're treated like they're untouchable.
I mean, there are some tribes that literally drink from skulls and think that they live forever that way.
But the problem is that when you have somebody's skull, usually it's not intact, so it doesn't hold liquid very well.
I know, right?
If you use the
Usually
top
when
of the skull, like
Yeah,
cut around it, you can make a bowl which you can drink from.
but you still need to refurbish the bones in a way so the cracks get fixed and stuff. Because it's annoying, you know. Usually people just do head trauma a lot. And it's like trying to fix head trauma really takes time. And then there's the embalming thing. Not a fan. But hey.
I'm just glad that my order incinerates people. Not literally, of course, but I mean they
They're
cremate.
cadavers.
They
Yes.
cremate the cadavers. Yeah.
So not literally, just literally.
I mean, we don't run around just incinerating people on a daily basis. That tends to get frowned upon.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, we could, but you know.
I mean, if we want to be like that idiot Phoenix, we could run around with flaming stuff all the time and watch our friends in the House of Staves flip out all the time.
Let's not do that. I'm nasing that.
I mean, I don't like it when it happens, but I mean, I'm okay with fire, but at a certain distance and a certain dimension. I don't want to get burned. I start rotting away. It's annoying. But hey, There are some cases where I need to incinerate corpses as well.
Yeah, otherwise
That's
things
easy.
get bad.
That's actually easy to do. Though at some point or another, if there was a wraith attached to the bones, then it tends to become a specter. So, mm, you know, have a plan B in that case.
Bitch slap it till it stops moving.
Yeah, that or just get it to an Acropolis and be like, oh, hey, go to the Soul Forge. Thanks. If I really want to be disrespectful. Because at that point, a specter literally disrespects the memory of our ancestors and everything they stood for us. So it's a gray area, to say the least.
I try to stay
Yeah.
away from the spirits of the dead. They tend to get pissy.
Yeah, I don't want to deal with the dead. Let them stay asleep.
I mean, some
They
of
can
them
talk to me a
do.
little bit. That's about it.
Some of them do, but some of them are actually quite nice people. You just have to forgive their occasional outbursts. That's all.
Yeah, I can kind of see that. But it seems like we've had an awful lot of issues with race, especially when what's that bitch's name? Samantha. Sam. She seemed to be really fucking things up. Oh, and let's not forget Sir lights everything on fire and then's wondering why the wraiths of the city are bitched at him.
Mm.
Wait,
Uh,
what?
what-
Why?
Yeah, a member of the Cups by the name of Flicker Flame um, lit something on fire in a cemetery and it burned down the whole cemetery, and the place was like basically a very unhappy place to be around because all the wraiths were running around insane and attacking people who went in there and stuff like that.
yeah, I had freaking a lot of feathers prepared just to appease them and stuff, you know? But then everything got resolved in the meantime, so all's
Well,
well
that's good.
that ends well. So as long as we're not being dicks to a certain cemetery in particular, we should be fine.
Which cemetery?
The one with the overflowing wraith population.
The one in that's oh, you mean the one by the ancient city? Yeah, that should be fine.
Yeah, as long as you pay their respects and honor their ancestors, you'll be fine. So honoring your ancestors tends to be okay. You know.
Whatever happened to the northern cemetery anyway?
That kind of blew up. You know, crater. And then
Actually,
there was
that was only in the Shadowlands.
yes, that's how
Okay.
Jody describes it.
Wait, nobody said anything about it being blown up. Is it still there with all the monuments and trees and stuff?
Oh, you're talking about Skimlands, right?
Yeah, I tend to not go near those places in the Umbra. Tends to not work
Right.
out well.
Right, sorry. I was thinking of when I was with them in the shadows. It's kind of blown up.
I
No
How
rave
did it get blown
population.
up?
Well, there was this one tower with that evil crazy bitch that used a lot of nasty artifacts to power up her superpowers. And then it kind of blew up because a lot of us assaulted said tower. I think.
There are just times when I need to stop asking questions, isn't there?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, there are questions and there are questions. I just sometimes have a weird memory thing.
I can completely understand and sympathize with that sentiment, but I'm still gonna ask questions.
I mean, totally you should because you always give your knowledge as a kindly given gift.
That's true.
It, it's just kind of, and no. There are certain times where things get weird, and then my memory starts getting hazy, and then I start forgetting how to word better or word things the right way. Like, have you been in that one place in the Umbra where it's like you pass the things where physics makes sense?
No. Then again, none of my people go that deep into the Umbra.
Yeah.
Wow, you're still sane then. I don't know how you
Yeah.
pulled that off. Oh, you aren't still sane. Okay.
Sanity's pretty
mean-
relative.
Exactly. This guy knows what I'm talking about. But then again,
I'll have to nod.
I have this one thing that keeps me going back sane when I'm starting to go insane. You know, taps his bandaged forehead. It keeps me sane, so to speak. Relatively. Close
I
enough.
guess that makes sense.
I mean, I can make other people go sane if they wanted to. Of course, if they wanted to. Because there's always some people that they don't want to. But then again, I don't understand those people that don't want to be sane. But hey, everyone with their own path to walk on. Am I right?
That's true.
So, you
I
know,
suppose sanity is all perspective anyway.
yeah. I just want to heal the insanity brought upon supernatural means by our enemies, so that our allies can at least stay in sort of a working condition. But then again, even then, they have the right to.
A lot of things going around that are making people insane. Like apparently there's a group of books that drive people insane.
Yep.
Did some of those hauling manuals get out into this reality? That's nasty.
Yep. Vatican was holding them, but now they are out of Vatican's control, as I found out recently.
They I thought they had it all down on lockdown. But apparently, they don't. I don't know why.
I say if those books come by, we let Byron over there eat them. Oh wait, would that turn you insane? I don't.
Anything that I eat becomes nothing, as far as I know.
Wow.
I'm pretty sure that also includes souls, but I can't be absolutely sure of that.
Well, let's not eat any souls. That's not healthy. Unless they don't have souls, he's going to look over it. He's going to look over at Hironori. He's going to look at Lane. Was it ever definitively proven that undead have souls?
There's speculation.
Yeah, just gonna kind of shrug.
Gravedigger said that when he saw one of your kind die, their soul got ripped apart.
Well, that would prove that we have a soul.
Yeah, but Gravedigger doesn't exactly tell everybody the truth either.
He's named Meatbag for a reason.
That was Meat Sack.
Same difference.
Okay.
He's still just a bag that has yummy food inside.
He's really skinny, though. I think he might choke on, like, the harsh bones and angles.
You know, it's rather funny in all honesty. Myself and Lane enter this establishment, and the first thing out of your mouth, Mr. Huge, is don't eat him or guard your neck or something similar. And here he is talking about eating someone, and it's just fine and peachy.
Well, to be fair, I don't want you guys getting in trouble for eating people you're not supposed to eat. I don't want him getting in trouble for eating people he's not supposed to eat. But everybody seems to not like this Gravedigger person, and to be fair, the emo goth stuff disappeared like 20 years ago for a reason.
Still a curious double standard.
Hey, if you want to know curious double standards, there's members of my group that we don't associate with that like to eat humans.
That's odd. And yeah, it's just odd.
Well, we're supposed to protect them, and yet they're like me eat a human and not get in trouble for it. Well, you know what? Do that shit around here, we're gonna bitch slap you. That's what happens when you do nothing but fuck wolves all your life.
blink, 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 blink. I suggest, eating Gravedigger. Not because he's a person.
Well, until he does something
suggest-
wrong, he's technically protected, like everybody else, by the Accord.
I mean, what I've heard I wasn't there, so I don't really know. He's kind of already done that.
Yeah.
Something like
Just waiting for a judge or someone to look in on this case and make an actual decision on.
Oh, the sad thing
all
is
of the
that
things.
there's one judge position in the city that's already filled, the seat of justice. It's by a Roger Crispin, who is a member of the Pentacles. There's still 2 other judge positions open, but Roger's been a little in and out lately. I don't know what's going on with him.
So we're just waiting on
Canada.
justice to be handed down, or some kind of ruling, to whether he has broken the Accords enough to where we can, have something done to him. Until then, he's as safe as anyone else.
Unless he runs across Nathan. Nathan takes his oaths pretty seriously.
That's true.
I mean,
You don't swear an oath of enmity like him.
yeah. How fucked up do you have to be that Nathan of all people has to swear an oath of enmity?
Well, from what I understand, it was a bunch of stuff that just piled on top of it to the point where Nathan got sick of it. And to be fair, I know you guys don't remember what you saw, but I've heard about what you were showed, and according to Tony, it's a place where it starts eating you if you're inside it. Of course, it's a vampire thing, so I would say Lane and Hiranori would know the most about it.
I have no idea what we're talking about.
It says zim, 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 zim.
Oh,
It's a place that's made entirely out of people.
yeah. I don't like trying to talk to them. They're kind of weird. I don't really know what their deal is.
Tiger PMs.
Oh boy.
I mean, there was this one dude that was cool, but the
One
other,
dude among the Zimzims.
yes, it's like Mircha or something.
Oh, I don't think I've met him. Of course, I don't technically hang around the vamps a lot.
Neither do I, but that doesn't necessarily mean I didn't bump into him at one point or another. That or had a soul conversation. Sometimes that happens. You know, when you have some really deep conversations with, like, I don't know, stuff. Like, at a point, you just have a very long conversation with your computer, and it's not with a person on the other side, it's legit your computer. It's so weird. Or your tools that you use for rituals. Sometimes I have very deep and thought-provoking conversations with them. Oh, not them, their spirits. But they have a lot of things to say for whatever reason or another. Maybe it's because I only talk to them and they don't talk to anyone else, so they get lonely. You ever talk to your stuff?
I could, theoretically, but why would I want to?
I suppose so. They might just get lonely. Although it's always interesting when you talk to a garden. Their conversations tend to be really simplistic.
Yeah, the gardens take too long to wake up to get any useful information out of.
Yeah, well, and besides the fact that I talk to them at night, they're like busy. So I don't know what to tell you, man.
I will say something though. If you can wait long enough for a tree to wake up, they have some very interesting things to say.
I mean, I try, but at a point, I have to go back to sleep and then wake up again. Which is sometimes annoying, but hey, yeah. I thought of an indoor garden, but that would require me to stay at Arthur's place.
I didn't think that Moon Boy let anybody stay where he stayed his place.
I mean, we're friends, but we're not that tight of a friends, you know?
Yeah, that reminds me. Has anybody seen Bosco?
No clue.
Who?
No. I've heard of this name, though. I've heard this name.
Bosco, the giant Russian wrestler guy?
Yeah, I've heard about him. No one's seen him in a while.
I don't know.
He's always funny. And his vodka is good. But hey, you know, there's always this joke that I keep on hearing, especially when I remember how to be funny. It's like, after a long night of drinking, the drunk person wakes up with a hangover and she says, "Water, water, please give me water." And her friend gives her vodka. And it's like, but this is vodka. Vodka is water in Russian.
Yeah, Bosco sure likes to drink enough of that stuff. I was just asking because he hasn't been around our sacred places much lately.
I don't know. He hasn't passed any of the places that I usually frequent. But then again, I haven't been that deep anymore since I've been practicing learning some rituals. Because maybe we can, after killing our opponents, get some information from their corpses, That usually is useful. Usually, not all the time. And they don't have to be actual living humans. They can be those fatty things. Have you ever fought those gooey fatty things?
The gooey fatty things?
Look like people, but they don't bleed the same way as people.
Oh, you're talking about the fake people that the technocrats use.
Yes, they kind of, sort of are mimicry of people, but they're not really people. Not the proper way. Mm. Maybe you did.
Well, I've never tried biting one. I can't imagine they'll taste good. They definitely don't smell right.
They don't. They don't produce the chi the right way at all. No. Bad, bad, bad. No refill. No energy tank refill. Mm-mm. No. They're like, I don't know. It's like that pus thing that gets out of those sick wolves, but different.
You'll hear him growl a little bit. Sick wolves? You mean spirals?
Yes, BSDs. They at least can produce chi. These can't. No. It's bad chi, mind you, but technically good and bad is kind of debatable. I mean, there's tainted one that, yeah, some of the worst of the worst that the supernatural thingies out there can emanate.
BS cheese is the worst.
Mox is just going to look over at Lane, like, and he's gonna look at Hironori. Is he broken?
He looks like he wants to say something. He really does. And then he just he kind of slightly shakes his head and say, it would be best to ask him whatever is going on with himself.
Don't blame me. I'm the gingerbread man.
Wait a second. Lane, are you having a lot of fun right now?
I'll just kind of.
Okay.
Mox is just gonna give a slight sniff and be like, all I can smell is the dead.
I mean, yeah. Though his, I don't know, vibey vibes, you know. Is it correct in English? Vibey vibes? That he gives is like when I return from the deeper parts. You know, those places where usually a lot of people don't want to go. He feels that way. Words tend to get hard to pronounce after that point. But hey, you get to meet a lot of new friends. It just, they don't tend to make sense when you look at them. And you question what is sense after that. What does it mean anymore?
Well, hopefully I'll never find out.
It's a cool question, but it's not something that you want to get a full field trip party, you know, like a raid going in there. It gets confusing.
Yeah, I've been to some of the weirder places in the Umbra. Well, not really been there. I've more stood outside them and sniffed and growled. You got to be careful, though. There's a lot of things that would love to just hold you there for the rest of your life.
Yeah. I mean, there was this one place that had a freaking filled to the brim library with books that you had to be like, you know, I need pain to fuel my anguish type of place. Perfect place to stick in Gravedigger if I think about it. Then we'd get lots of those books. Forgot what that was. It was weird. Lots of bad memories were remembered. And none of mine, oddly enough.
How'd you like that, Tiger?
God damn it.
Tiger, something for you inside chat.
Okay.
Oh, buddy!
Link's just gonna pull out his phone and start texting.
Mox is going to look over at Lane and be like, I always thought they communicated with their minds.
Some of us do, but you know, this is a bit easier and less intrusive.
I don't think people could handle being linked up to my mind for a day. Because if I knew they were there, I'd make it really uncomfortable for them.
I mean,
I'm talking an endless loop of peanut butter jelly time.
Why would you do that to anybody?
Why not?
I guess.
um, I've been to that place. Gets boring quick. And
Mox is gonna walk over to a Triumph and say, "You know, my dad had a bike like this once. It was an older one. I think is a '79."
Really?
You
Well, give
want
me a
me
second. He walks over to like a little computer, like sitting off to the side. Do you want me to find you one?
Oh no, I when I tried to learn how to ride a motorcycle, I crashed it. Fortunately, it wasn't my dad's Triumph. It was his Nighthawk, and it was a piece of crap. But still, I don't want to do that again.
Oh, I was going to buy you that bike, but okay.
Nah, it just kind of reminds me of stuff.
Okay then. Hmm? Or maybe I do and I forgot how that feels. Not sure.
Is there a way you could remember?
Oh yes, I remember now. I learned how to actually drive a car. Or I forgot what. Why did I want to learn how to drive a car?
Well, if a blind guy can learn how to drive a car, I'm sure you can too.
I mean, I did. I just don't remember why I wanted to. It's weird. Sometimes I do remember that, sometimes I don't. Hmm. Must not have been important then.
I'm sure it was. You just don't remember.
Eh, some things I remember better than others. And then there's like, you know that one time when you're like, you're super have to remember that one important ritual and you're like, yes, I'm gonna learn this ritual. And then uh, Nanoha comes on and you're like, but Nanoha, you know? She's
Yeah,
there,
actually,
she's doing her,
that's kind of accurate, to be honest.
like doing her thing and you're like, but I need to learn this. But she's there, you know? And you're like, then your inner demon is like, maybe 10 minutes. Who's paying attention? You live forever, right?
Pretty much, yep.
And then it's like half an hour passes, you watch one episode, then you're halfway through the next one, and it's like, but I need to learn this. Ah, well, what's a whole series? And then you finish Nanoha A's again. And you're like, you're questioning why the hell did you watch Nanoha A's again?
You obviously had a reason.
I mean, I love Nanoha A's, but that doesn't necessarily mean I have to rewatch it and watch the movie version of it
Mox just
again.
shrugged his shoulders like, everybody has a reason for everything they do.
Yeah, That and my inner demon tends to distract me from time to time. I still learned that ritual, by the way. It just took a bit longer. I know.
Knox is going to be like, well, it's not a. I'm sure you've got a reason for everything, so do what you do and do it well. I am going to go ahead and vamoose is. I forgot I was supposed to sweep the paving stones today.
I'm sorry to hear that.
He's going to look to Grog and offer because Shambhala runs alongside the Shaolin practice. He'll actually use the book and fist style bow. Thank you very much for your hospitality. If you should ever find yourself in need of maybe spiritual guidance or some really good tofu, please come to my temple. I'll make sure you're taken care of.
Thank you. It was good having you, and
No problem.
I enjoyed giving you my hospitality.
Well, Jolie returns the bow to Zilling Paul.
He's going to look to Grog, though. He's going to look to Byron and say, next time, though, I'm going to make the tea. I love your sweet tea, but I really am. I love sweet tea, don't get me wrong, but traditional white tea is my typical drink, so I'll make you some next time you come to visit.
I would enjoy that.
He's going to look to Jolie. I'll see you around, brother. Look to Wayne and Satoshi and say, if he needs fixing, you might want to fix him. It's pointing at Lane, speaking to Satoshi.
Satoshi will just give him a very tight smile.
He's going to look at Lane and say, you do have a lot of good insights, so maybe you are cut out for the Wheel of Time. I'll vote for you.
He'll give a thumbs up.
Or Wheel of Fortune. Wheel of Time, I haven't read that book in forever. Is it true they made like 13 of them? He's just going to be saying this stuff as he's walking out the door.
All right.
Yeah.
Jolie is like, yes, they were. Oh my God, it's like they don't stop. Jolie is contemplating and turns to Lane and is like, so, did you meet the squirrel?
What?
Did you meet the squirrel yet?
No, I haven't met any squirrel.
Okay. If you meet a squirrel named Betsy, say Jolie says hi.
Will do.
Okay. Well, I think break time is over for me, so see you later. La, 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 la. And then Jolie walks out after saying goodbye to everyone.
Lane's just gonna shrug and look at Byron and say, "Thank you for your hospitality. I'll keep you in mind if I want to get a motorcycle later."
Thank you very much. I was honored that you would share my hospitality.
Satoshi will look to Byron and just kind of incline his head slightly and say, thank you for being the host of this impromptu gathering.
It was my honor. If you ever need something, do not hesitate to come. My doors are always open.
Same goes for you.
As the last person walks out of the shop, Byron sweeps up a little and goes back to working, and we'll call that end of scene. Everyone, thanks for watching. Good night.